Please welcome your 2017 Burlington Red Devils. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I ask that you please rise for a special announcement from Dan Brothers, the voice of Burlington Cable Access Television.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Last Thursday, the Burlington High School football team lost a great supporter of their program with the sudden passing of Paul Stratti. Paul was a 1969 graduate of Burlington High School, where he played football and baseball. He went on to graduate from Boston State College and had a distinguished career in the biomedical industry. However, it was in Burlington where he made his biggest impact. Paul served many young athletes in town as a coach in Pop Warner football, ice hockey, and softball. He filled the daunting task of being the president of the Burlington Hockey and Skating Association for 15 years. In 1994, he joined me in the broadcast booth here at BCAT, providing color commentary for the high school football games. Tonight was to be the start of our 24th season together in the BCAT booth. The word color is appropriate for describing Paul's commentary, as we celebrated many comeback wins, his classic hooting on a Burlington touchdown, enjoying the thrill of a Red Devil victory, and so often, every so often, the suffering and the agony of a defeat. But he did it all with enthusiasm and class. He is still heard in the living rooms of many BHS football players, past and present. He was also the host of Sports Call, which highlighted Burlington High School athletes. His last BCAT appearance was 2 weeks ago, when he interviewed and welcomed Coach McKay and the captains to preview this upcoming season. We asked you to keep in your thoughts his wife Carol, a fellow 1969 Burlington High School graduate, his children Mark, Christina, and Stephanie, all BHS graduates, his grandchildren, father, sister, niece, and nephew, and his many friends throughout the Burlington community. At this time, I ask you please join me in observing a moment of silence for Paul Stratti.
Thank you. Would you please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem, performed tonight by the Burlington High School Marching Band.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Varsity Field. Dan Brothers here along with Kevin Carnell. Usually I'm introducing somebody else, but as you heard in my pregame thoughts, and of course the moment of silence afterwards, the passing of Paul Stratty has certainly left an emptiness for a lot of us, but I know the one thing Paul would say if he was here, come on, smile, big guy, is that he'd want, you know what, he goes, it would be time to play football.
Oh, yeah.
And in football we do, as it's taken there by number 27 for the Devils. That's Jake Doherty, who returns the ball out to the 32-yard line. Burlington starts 1st and 10, but, you know, ahead of time, you know, I shared some of my thoughts, and we certainly, as I said earlier this week, you know, we certainly had a blast up here, and you know, it's just, you know, sometimes it's been tough for me to get here, but when I know he was waiting for me, it always made it a little bit easier. So, but we have a football game tonight, Kev.
Yeah. And you know, Dan, both teams looking for their first win. It would be nice if Burlington gets a nice win for Paul on the first night that he's here. So let's see.
Certainly would be. The handoff goes to number 36. That's Cody Davison. He's over the 35, gaining about 4 in the play. Tackle made by number 54. Is Jimmy Pappas, just a sophomore, but he's a big boy.
Yeah.
But, well, I don't like the mark. Anyway, 2nd down, we're going to call it 7. But, yeah, so certainly tonight is the start of a different season for a lot of us here. And, you know, there's plans for everybody.
Yeah.
And certainly going to miss Paul's presence and his contributions. He carried me a lot of years, I'll tell you that much, especially the last few when I've had some other things I've had to do and what have you. So it's 3rd down now, too, as that was Davison again on the initial drive. Devils in their red uniforms with the red pants, red helmets, white trim. And, of course, Woburn comes in. A different look for Woburn, Kevin. They used to wear black pants. They're all white and head to toe, and quickly a timeout has to be called by the Tanners as it looks as though they had too many men in the field during a timeout. Our referee tonight is Steve White. He's joined by Harry C., or as he likes to say, Harry can see. Although if you watch him refereeing, you may not get the invitation that he can see because you'll get it. Tommy O'Grady is the near side linesman. I don't know who was over there, and the deep back is Kenny Kiddick. So a local crew, good officials. On the initial drive, it's 3rd down. We're going to call it 2. Flag is down the play. Should be a free play for the Devils. Down the field is complete to number 21, and that's Ryan O'Halloran. He'll have a 1st down. It should be an offside. Woburn and Burlington has the ball quickly inside of Woburn territory.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. O'Hallorans definitely have had their share of Woburn. The 3rd O'Halloran to play.
That's true. Yeah, the O'Halloran family certainly has done their job here for Burlington High School.
Yes.
Woburn looks impressive over there with all those white shirts.
Yeah.
The good piles will be able to see the sticks over there. I saw Joe Morandi here. I think I see Freddie Calicchio. I don't know who the 3rd one is, but we'll get that during the course of the evening. Here's a direct snap, inside handoff. It's Davison again. Devil Line doing a good job early in this contest, getting some yardage, and it's inside the 20-yard line. Tackle made by the Tanners, number 25, and that is Dustin Burkle. I'd like to welcome our friends from Woburn who can pick us up on the Verizon cable net. I know I'm going to hear from a few of them if I make any mistakes, so I apologize for those ahead of time. Here's Davison again. He has himself a 1st down, diving inside the 15. So a great surge by the Devils here on the opening drive.
I'll tell you, Dan, I like those the new markers Burlington has over there. We can clearly see over here.
Certainly can. 9 minutes in there in the 1st quarter. And it's Pena now, the quarterback. We haven't talked much about him yet. We will. Davison once again, the offensive line doing a terrific job. Ball is dropped and picked up on the fumble by Jake McCauley, who went forward for a couple more. He gets down about the 5-yard line, setting up a 2nd down. We're going to call it 1. Second down and 1. Davison's the lone setback. They're double tight now. On the line, a 2-tight end formation. Actually, we have a rotation now. 72. Dylan McKinnon lines up in the backfield, offset left. Here's the handoff. Davison has some room in the hole. He'll have a 1st down. And he's down inside to about the 2-yard line. Will be 1st down and goal. The one pass, but all run, Kevin. The line doing a great job.
Yeah, Burlington. Burlington looking good so far.
First and goal at the 2. Freddie Colicchio is on the number 1 stick over there. Here's the handoff. Davison inside. Touchdown. Nope. He fumbled the ball. It's fallen on. It's a touchdown. As a red shirt ended up on top of it. I'm trying to get the number. I see it. I have a feeling that, may have been in the end zone.
Yeah. Burlington comes up with the first touchdown here.
Dylan McKinnon scores the first touchdown of the Red Devils for the season. Now, whether or not it's his touchdown or not, I'm sure that when you drew it up before the season started, Dylan McKinnon was the guy who was going to score the first touchdown.
Yeah.
By the way, in Vegas, he was about 100-1. Here's the snap. The kick is up by number 47, Sam Wheelock, and it is good. Teams march back upfield. Devils on a 67-yard drive take a 7-0 lead on a touchdown by what we think is McKinnon.
As we look out the window here, it's good to see, as always, the first game. Our former athletic director, Ed Gillis, down there, along with our good friend Ray Harbour, who had a medical issue, but Ray is going to be here most of the games.
Okay, listen, before we sit there and go any further, we call him, Ray Harbour, our good friend.
Yeah.
No, honestly.
I used to...
oh, that's right, too. I mixed him up with John Harbour. We wouldn't call John that. We'd call Ray that. But, yeah, I hope you're feeling better, Ray. And I saw Ray last year. Was doing well.
Yeah.
Wheelock with the extra point kick, and the Devils on top by a score of 7-0. If you coach McKay... Oh, here we go. This is going to be some fun. The first guy we have back for Woburn we don't have in the roster. So we're going to have to call him number 10. I think his name, he said, was Isaiah.
There's someone in the back.
Oh, it is in the back? Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a squib kick by Wheelock, picked up by the upback, who I believe is number 9, Nelson Claude, or Claude Nelson. Nope, Nelson Claude, or as we say in Bruins land, Nelson Claude.
Yeah.
And he gets the ball to the 35-yard line where Woburn will start first down and 10.
7:57 to go here, first quarter.
So you say he's on the back, huh?
There are numbers on the back of the sheet.
Yeah, but not number 10.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to find out who number 10 is. I think he said his name is Isaiah. Here's the pitch now to number 3 for the area, Abrahami. And he's over the 45-yard line. He'll have a first down. Now, Kevin, I had the opportunity to watch the Red Devils in preseason, and defense is where they had some problems. And last week they had some problems, although they did say they were on the field for a lot and did a pretty good job, but they still gave it 23. And here we are tonight, first play from scrimmage, 12 yards. So they have to do something defensively to be successful tonight.
Yeah, as they always say, the offense is good, but the defense really is what stops. So we'll see.
The flag on the play before it snapped. It'll be a false start. Referee Steve White. He's the guy in the white hat. Now, no correlation to whether or not if his name was Steve Black, he'd be wearing a black hat, but as the referee, he's in charge of the game. Ball's marched off. Clock will restart back up. So it's first down and 15 for the Tanners from their own 42-yard line. The Battle of Winn Street, as it used to be known of so many years ago. Here's the deep handoff to number 10. He doesn't stop, does he?
No, he's open on the side.
I believe his name was Isaiah. Caldwell Doe. Now I know who he is. Oh, I know who he is. He's right here. Isaiah Caswell Doe. Now, Isaiah was a former player, I believe, at Bishop Fenwick High School, who I believe lives within the confines of the 01801 and has now... Did I just hear meatball sliders?
Yeah, our friend Tuscan Kitchen giving a proceeds of their money to the high school boosters tonight. So
really? Well, I just want to know where the meatball sliders are.
They're right behind outside of
the
visitor locker room.
Great job by the Devils there as Jake Doherty stops Caswell Doe in the backfield. Yeah, so Isaiah Caswell Doe was a player, I believe, at Bishop Fenwick High School last year. Found his way back to Woburn High School. He's a good back, and they're going to have to find somebody to stop him here tonight. I just want to know if the concession stand takes to-go orders. Do they have like an Uber to deliver it up to you to the press box?
They should start that.
Wow. I may not have to go home and have chicken wraps. I can have meatball sliders instead. Here's Cashwell Doe again. Looks to be a hole in the play, but he's brought down quickly as number 36, Davison. Closed the hole up a little bit, but Cashwell Doe gets to the 35-yard. I do that once in a while, too. 35 at Burlington, setting up a third down and 4 yards to go.
I know the one thing they don't realize, we're up here. We can't go during these.
Oh, we're going at halftime. I don't know about you.
Yeah, at halftime.
You're going to see me run like Usain Bolt at halftime and down and get some meatball sliders. As a matter of fact, Chris Flaherty, we make sure we have some of those meatball sliders left at halftime.
Yes.
I don't want to get down there and told me they only have is a tube steak, also known as a hot dog. So it's third down and 4. Here's the inside handoff to number 3. This kid runs pretty good, too.
Yeah.
That's Ari Abrahimi. And he'll have a first down deep inside Burlington territory, just inside the 20-yard line at the 19.
Little mist coming over now, but it's not raining too bad right now, which is good.
John Belcher, the new head coach at Woburn High School. Dan McKay, the head coach at Burlington High School. In his first season, Dan spent some time in Lexington and Bill Ricker, I believe it was, on the resume. Here's the jet sweep to number 7, Orion Shalemi, with some room. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Woburn. Ryan Shalemi.
Yeah, you just saw that open spot and ran over there. Actually, Dan, well, we're speaking about Woburn in Burlington. Well, speaking about Woburn, Rocky Nelson on the sidelines of Bill Ricker last week.
He was. I know why, though. Do you know why?
Yeah, he's the lines coach over there.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
There's some, what do you call it there, though?
I know, yeah.
There's some. There's a little bit of nepotism there, you know.
Yeah.
The head coach at Bill Ricker is Dwayne Sigsbury,
Yeah.
who, and you know who he's married to? Rocky Nelson's daughter.
That's right, yeah.
So, old coaches, you know, it's funny because after all the years as a head coach, a guy like Rocky will probably tell you, towards the end of the season, it was like, wow, this is one of the easiest years I've ever had because, the heat of being the head coach is off. It's somebody else's job, and he can just do what a lot of coaches do, and that is they just want to coach.
Yeah.
As a head coach at another school in a different varsity sport, I can tell you the time that I spend not coaching is the time that really takes up most of our time.
Yeah.
And to get on the field and actually coach is really a good part and a lot of fun. So timeout for Burlington. They come out, Woburn does, in what I call this funky lineup. They line up for the extra point. All right, they took the linemen, they put them way over the left side. And you'll watch. They'll either shift or they'll go for a 2-point conversion. The coach over there and Belcher's going to sit there, and here they come. Now they all shift back into the formation. Never really lied. Didn't know what that does.
Yeah.
I've seen it work at times, too. Here's the snap. Kick is down. It's up. It looks good. Straight through the middle.
With 4:41 left in the first quarter. Burlington 7.
Looked like David Zyba with the extra point. And just over 6 minutes into this one, it's tied at 7, so.
That's the one thing I like, especially now where Burlington has a new coach, Woburn has a new coach. Both teams lost their first games of the season, so this is going to be a nice challenge for both teams looking for their first win. So.
Well, the funny part is one of the discussions I had preseason, I saw Burlington play Lowell.
Oh, yeah.
And I said to one of Burlington coaches, Dan Murphy, that I thought Burlington was going to have a better record than Lowell was during the season. And he kind of, with leagues and what have you not. So, who's got? Oh, Abrahami, right? No. Of course, this is the first day all year I've had allergy issues. So here's the kickoff. It comes to O'Halloran, a running start at the 18. And that's all he's going to get, out to about the 28-yard line where Burlington will start first down and 10. So a 19-yard run by Chalemi. Unofficially, the kick is good by Zyba. And we're tied at 7 here.
There's a Ford Explorer in the parking lot that appears to have their lights left on. License plate 33.
There's never good lights on in the parking lot.
We would joke about those things like that.
Yeah.
Plate is 33B and 32.
33B and 32, I think Brian Brothers said. The familiar voice. We finally get somebody who knows football after we get rid of Greg Ganley after all those years. Here's the handoff to Davison. Davison out to the 31-yard line. A pickup of about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Number 7 on the stop, Ryan Chalemi, the guy who scored the touchdown.
2nd down 7.
The 2nd and 7, 4:13 running.
Always go when the clock runs.
Yeah.
Here's the motion, fake jet sweep, inside handoff, Davison. Woburn seems to have plugged things up. Right down the bottom of the pile is number 45, Anthony Morales.
Number 53, Peter Cole.
Also in the play, number 53, Peter Cole for the Tanners.
Down 6.
Kind of an overcast night. We had some rain earlier in the contest, before the game started. Temperature at game time is, I got it. Oh, I got it. I got a new phone this year. We'll talk about that at some point in time. Quickly, a timeout taken. A false start on Burlington. 70 degrees at game time kickoff. It's cloudy.
False start on Burlington.
Some spotty showers in the area tonight.
3rd down 11.
Listen, I'm still miscombobulated about the sliders.
Yeah, I know.
Okay? That's... Here's Pena back to pass. We haven't talked much about him yet. Throws the ball over the middle, complete to Wheelock. A correction, Jake McCauley. And he has a 1st down at the 45-yard line. Had a chance to watch the Red Devils quarterback, Kyle Pena, in the preseason. This kid's pretty good. Looked to be in command of the offense, and so far tonight, he's thrown a couple of nice balls. The ones that he's thrown have been completed and right on the money. Here's Davison now with a big opening in the middle into Woburn territory. Abrahami makes a stop for Woburn. And if he's making stops for them, it's not a good day for the Tanners because it's deep inside the secondary. 1st and 10 Burlington.
3 minutes and running here in the first quarter.
Quickly, a timeout called by Woburn. That's their second. Of course, you got about 30 timeouts and a half here in football. And one of the good things that came out of the last week with Paul at his funeral mass yesterday, we saw some of the old Burlington players, some of the kids I haven't seen in a few years. Reminiscent of the guys who played with Paul's son back in 94, 95, the first year that he was with me, and see Jake Capozzi, and I saw Todd Carroll. Now both of them had lost their dads too, so a little bit of a bonding to help Mark out with some of the things he's going to go through. But it was really good to see some of those kids. That's one of my favorite teams, that 94-95 team.
Yeah.
With Mark Stratty, and of course they had the two-headed monster in the backfield with LeBlanc and Killian. Michael D'Agostino was on that team.
Yeah.
Had some, and Matt Gordon was really an unsung hero of that team. A guy who had sat for a couple of years behind Dan Hannafin, who was the quarterback then. Kind of like the Brady Garoppolo thing. Kind of hope that Garoppolo, when he takes Brady's spot, can have a year like Matt Gordon had when he took Dan Hannafin's spot. So.
And another quick little thing about, speaking about Paul's funeral, we know my dad works at that church there.
Yep.
And actually, the priest who did that funeral said that was one of the biggest they've done this year. So
yeah.
That was a nice
Certainly.
tribute also.
On the sweep is number 21 O'Halloran. There's a flag down the play. One thing that, the one thing that drives me crazy about high school football coaches. You're going to learn this, okay? And that is coaches on the field.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean. Now, Coach McKay, I'm going to tell you right now, he's got high grades in my book already. You see he's right there on the sideline, a couple feet out. Whereas if you saw Coach Belcher on the other side, and their defensive guys are almost out to the numbers to give the signals into play. So, pet peeve of mine, always has been. Here's Pena back to pass, firing, complete out of bounds. Here's Alec Rollins at the 43-yard line. He'll get 8 of those back. It'll be 2nd down and 12. So far, you see a lot of precision route running by Burlington and good throws by Pena.
And that's also the nice thing you said about the coaches, too. Burlington, they come out, but then as soon as that whistle blows, they're right off the field. So, number 10.
Here's it over the middle. Halloran in the seam. Amongst 3 Woburn defenders, still dragging them down. And finally, the number 9 for the Tanners, Nelson Claude, drags them down, and it's a 1st down, Devils.
Nelson Claude and Jack Hayes on the tackle for Woburn.
So it's 1st and 10, Devils are at the 21-yard line. So either team having not much luck stopping the offenses of the red or the white. So it's 1st down and 10 from the 21. Here's the handoff, Davison. This has worked all night, setting up the pass. And Davison weaves his way down to about the 16-yard line. Number 53, Peter Cole. We've called his name a couple times already tonight on the stop.
Junior.
Here's a Pena, can't fall on it. It is loose still on the ground, and Woburn appears to have it.
Fumble on the play, recovered by Woburn, number 53, Peter Cole.
Peter Cole, no, they're congratulating somebody else. It may have been number 82, Jacob Casey or Peter Cole, one of the two caught with the ball. And on the bad snap, Burlington turns it over. So the one thing I think you have to worry about, Kevin, is turnovers are going to hurt you, and especially in a game like this, for Burlington to turn the ball over like that can be tough, especially early in the game.
Yeah, that's yeah, you're right with that, especially early in the game. Later, maybe, but earlier in the game, you want to really try to stop as much as.
And if you look at the success they've had in offense, they're driving right down, and sure enough, it's been tough to sit there and do. So it's 72.
1 minute 30 seconds here in the first quarter. Here at opening night at Varsity Field.
And a pretty good one. Now the crowds are starting to fill in. You see the Woburn fans filling in over there pretty much quickly. A whistle before we start. Another timeout taken by Woburn. So Coach Belcher not afraid to take his timeouts. He's already used 3 of them here in the first quarter of play.
Pretty good crowd coming from Woburn also.
Well, they're still, look, you can see to the left here, the driveway, they're still driving in.
Yeah.
People are still walking over. It's always been a big draw, especially, I always maintained back in the old days when you played everybody in the league once, that Burlington and Woburn should always play early in the season. You should take those natural non-rivals, the non-Thanksgiving ones. Yeah. Like, for instance, I think that Reading Wakefield, Melrose Stoneham, Watertown Arlington, Winchester Lexington. Those games should be played, in my opinion, in the warm weather. You're going to grow better crowds, and tonight is certainly an example of that. Here's the pitch to number 3. That is Abrahimi. I can see the Abrahimis trying to find me in Burlington to tell me I announced their son's name wrong. In case you're wondering, my name is Ray Harbour, Harbour. You can find me at Burlington High School.
Pushed out of bounds by number 7, Jake McCauley.
Jake McCauley knocks him out of bounds. A 9-yard gain, 2nd down and 2.
One thing I always notice too watching these games is the beginning of the game is you got a good crowd, but that second half is when everyone really starts to.
Yeah, certainly so. So. Here's the inside handoff again to this time number 3. And that is Abrahimi again, and he gets out to the 42-yard line. He'll have a 1st down.
Tripped up by number 11, Lucas Trabuco.
Lucas Trabuco on the spot for the Devils. Trabuco, he's a big dude, 6'5", and 185 pounds. So it's first down and 10. Try and draw my charts that I probably should do during the week.
Pass off the sideline.
Cashwell Coe still on his feet, and he's out of bounds in Burlington territory at the 42-yard line. Driven out of bounds by Davison, wearing number 36. So it's first down. We see Joe Brown down the sideline.
Joe Brown, and a few. Actually, I don't know where they've all gone, but right when we did the national anthem and all that, there was literally like 5-6 cameras lined up. It must be that Burlington Woburn.
Well, it also could be the band people, too, because they go everywhere.
Oh, yeah, true.
You get Rob DiChiara on the left, Joe Brown on the right. That's kind of like the Brady Manning of photography in the local area. Actually, not local. Rob DiChiara's taken it national. Joe's had some photos that have been published on the big stage as well. Here's the deep handoff. That looks to be number 25, Dustin Burkle. He'll gain about 6 in the play, second down and 4. 6 on first down is what the Devils are looking for.
Jake McCauley and Luke Ward another tackle for Burlington.
Come on, Belch, take another timeout.
Yeah, take it. 3 seconds left.
Whoa, we have the horn on.
And that's the end of the first quarter with the score.
That's not good. Give us a score, Kevin. We'll go talk to the rookie.
So at the end of the first quarter, 7-7, the Red Devils and the Tanners tied. Great first half for Burlington so far. Burlington had the first touchdown in the game, and Woburn came up just about halfway through the first quarter here, but at the end of one, it's all tied up at 7.
Okay.
All tied up at 7 at the end of one. Your Lady Devil cheerleaders here. Looks like new equipment that they have there. Looks good. Pretty good crowd out here for Burlington's side. The start of the second quarter.
No, I'm going to go
7-7.
I get a bottle of water. And I might send $20 down to the closet and send them up here for everybody.
A reminder to visit our friends from Tuscan Kitchen behind the press box. Selling meatball sliders, all proceeds will benefit.
We start the second quarter here, 7-7.
Went and saw some of my fans. So it's second down and 6 second and 4 for the Tanners. Now they're going right to left. Here's the motion man. The jet sweep goes to number 7, Shalemi, around the corner. Wrapped up and driven out of bounds. 56 for the Devils was the first on the hit. And that's not on the roster, so maybe it was Isaiah Scott, number 50. Stott, number 58. Looked like a 56 to me, but number 7, Jake McCauley, also helping out to drive him out of bounds. Is that number 56, Kevin, down there in the field? With a 58? Right in the middle with 44. 44, of course, is Sean McGilvray.
Yeah. These.
Oh, maybe Brian Brothers is confirming that is 56. Here's Cashwell Doe.
You know, you two are doing all right. I might carry.
We just got our contract renewed by Chris Flaherty. I always like to see our police officers here working. Good to see them get a nice little detail and enjoy the game as well. Now, on a night like tonight, hopefully they don't have to work.
Yeah, exactly.
That's always a good part if they're just here and making themselves look good and what have you. Of course, we had September 11. We'll talk about that in a second. Second down and 6. Here's the handoff to the left side. It goes to number 3, Abrahimi. Pushing people away. He's driven out of bounds. Fumbled it, but he's out of bounds. And quickly the clock will stop. Ball's at the 15-yard line. But yeah, we Had another celebration of September 11th. I guess it was the official dedication of the pieces of iron that came from the site of one of the towers on that awful day, and it was, I believe it was finally dedicated. I believe it was picked up last year right before the celebration by the Burlington Fire Department, I believe. I could be wrong. I didn't know about it. I drove by and I was able to sit in the background in my vehicle and watch some of the ceremonies. It's always good to sit there and make memories. Of course, Burlington was affected on that day. You know, I kind of just went over and taught Coach Driscoll how to fix the clock. I said, that's called student turning the tables and teaching teacher.
Yes.
And, of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention a longtime football coach, Jim Trentini, who him and his wife Mary lost their lives on that day. Jim, a longtime football coach and supreme motivator, I think is the best way I could describe him. Tom McGinnis also on that flight, the co-pilot on Flight 11, has family in town. Robert Hayes was another young man. He was traveling for work that day. Just to sit there and relive it now 16 years later and you were a young guy then, Kevin. You may have been in Mama's arms then.
That's one thing. I was at the middle school, and I'll still never forget when they stopped school for a little while to go over everything. So
inside the 10-yard line goes looks like Caswell. Nope, correction, number 25, and that is Burkle. You know, the funny part is nobody knew what really happened.
Yeah.
You know, so nobody really knew what to do, and people were panicking, and getting kids, and it certainly was an event that changed the world and our country. Yeah. So, 3rd down and 2. Actually, it looks like 3rd down and 1 to me. Power I formation. Caswell Doe is the deep back. Inside handoff. Ibrahimi dives forward to about the 3-yard line, and he'll have a first down. Be first down and goal. Make it the 2.
Yeah, also just quickly going back to that, they at first reports they said a small plane. And then you looked at the TV and it was certainly
a little bit bigger than a small plane. You know, we can sit there and kind of make fun of the media, and if you want to have an hour show some night, I'll be happy to join you on that one. Power I formation. Here's Caswell Doe. Nope, not going to make it there. Good surge by the Devils defense. I have the body right down there. Who's that? That is number 75 for the Devils, Andrew Woods. One of their bigger linemen at 6'2", 215. Made a nice job from his left defensive tackle spot to stop Doe. It's going to be 2nd down. Let's call it 1. My guess is Woburn's in 4-down territory. Here's Ibrahimi. Touchdown. Woburn. So Woburn capitalizes on the turnover. And Ibrahimi, a 1-yard run, gives Woburn a 13-7 lead.
7:02 here to go in the first half.
Funny part is, Kevin, on this play here, what they're trying to do is get Burlington to be lazy.
Yeah.
All right, if they don't put enough guys on, and they'll call them back. They'll go back into their formation, and now they're going to kick. That's number 16, Zyba. Probably played soccer in Uncle Kevin's soccer program. Zyba's kick is up. Wasn't a work of art, but it was good. 7:02 left second quarter. Woburn 14, Burlington 7. At halftime, we'll have the band. I am mellowing my old age, saying we're going to have the band. We have the cheerleaders down there. To our right, those might be the weirdest uniforms I've seen the cheerleaders wear in my 28 years up here, so. Although I will say one thing, I do kind of like the shirts.
Yeah.
They look like they're a knockoff football shirt. There's some shine to them. When they walked by earlier, it was still light out, so I don't know if we got the effect, but the light out there looks good.
Yeah. Also, we want to mention, seeing that we can see here, new lights have been put in here.
I saw that during the course of the summertime. I saw the poles down every now and then. You know, the amazing part about it is if you look in the stands, and the stands don't look like they're too bright. No. And as you sit up in the stands, you think it's kind of dark. These lights, I believe, are Muscos. My guess is that seems to be the popular version that's out there, and they're directional to the field, so they actually cover with the proper number of lumens the exact spots in the field. And the light down the field is terrific.
Yes.
And it looks a little bit sketchy up top, but it is nice. Off the shoulder pads, picked up. Ooh, no. Number 27 for the Devils. Jake Doherty had a bounce off his shoulder pads. I think he was starting to run a little bit before he got the ball.
Yeah. He was dragged out there. 6:56 first half.
So it's first down and 10 for the Devils. Hopefully to keep building on this offensive momentum. This is really a spot in the game where they can certainly take advantage and hopefully get out and tie the game up.
Yeah, try to tie this up before we go into the halftime.
4 receivers in the game for the Devils. Halloran's the lone setback. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Pena back to pass. Looking, firing it over the middle. It's complete to O'Halloran.
2 Woburn players on him, but he's still out.
Wow. And that became a wrestling match as he got to the 39-yard line of Woburn for a first down. O'Halloran came out of the backfield on that play, Cav, and was uncovered over the middle.
Yeah, he had a good run for a while, and then 2 Woburn players just came in and got him.
Nelson Claude was the guy who tried to wrestle the ball from him and slowed him down, but it's a first down for the Devils at the 38-yard line. And just as I had said, let's get some of that momentum back. We're back into Woburn territory.
Yes.
Pena over the middle. O'Halloran, it falls out of his hands. Incomplete. Great job by the offensive line giving Pena that timing to get the ball out.
Second and 10. 6:28 to go, first half.
And now we have a timeout taken by Burlington. While we have this moment, let's get that offensive line I just mentioned. It's Woods at left tackle. Magada Johnson, he's the left guard. Number 59, Chris Dalton is the center with Luke Lord and Chris Jones as the other tackle on the right side of the line. Now it's Johnson Magada. You know, Woburn's roster has the last name first, and Burlington has the first name first. So. And, you know, no disrespect to all the parents these days, but they name their kids some different names than I'm used to.
Yeah.
Maybe growing up when I was a kid. So we can see them on both sides where you have names that could be, you know, first name, last name. Could be the same first name, last name. So, like Peter Cole, it could be Cole Peter.
Yeah.
This is my perfect example. So it's second down and 10. The ball is at the 38-yard line. Here's the direct snap. Here's the inside handoff, Davison. Down to the 34-yard line. Now there's the coach out in the field, so I'm going to get all over him. Is that Mac? Coach McDonough? I think that's Kevin McDonough, the lone holdover from the previous regime. I think that's him. Maybe I'm wrong.
It did look like that, yeah.
Does. He's got a beard. Here's Pena on the swing pass to O'Halloran. A little spin move. Prevented a loss in the backfield. And on third down, he gets down to the 33-yard line. He's going to be about 4 yards shy of a first down.
.540 and running first half.
We'll bring out fourth down for the Devils.
Fourth down here for Burlington.
Might see a long count out of Burlington, try to draw Woburn offside. They've already been successful once on that. Pena direct snap, looking. Throw it down the field, incomplete. We have a flag on the play.
Pena's pass is incomplete, intended for O'Halloran. There is a flag on the play.
Woburn's huddling up. Burlington's still on the field. And they'll be coming off. Burlington in the illegal formation is my guess. Steve White with the call of legal procedure. So it was a formation. That penalty's declined. And Woburn will take over first down and 10.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Well, now they got to play some defense. You do not want to go down by 2 touchdowns going into the half.
No. So looking at the Burlington roster here quick, it looks like Kevin McDonough and Pat McGee back.
There you go. Here's the deep handoff. Cashwell Doe.
Tackle by number 27, Jay Carty. Being a final second down and 5.
A second down and 5.
5 minutes exact right now.
Here in the first half on opening night at Varsity Field in Burlington. Ryan O'Halloran on the bench being looked at by Linda Bannon, longtime Burlington trainer. Here's the handoff to number 3, Abrahimi. He gets to the 40-yard line, picking up a few more, and it's going to be third down. Let's call it 2.5.
Beavis Lagunas on the tackle for Burlington. Will bring up third down.
Third down.
Third down, we're going to call it 3. It's a little less than 3, but a little more than 2. How's that sound?
Yeah.
It's Caswell Doe. He's going to be short. So decision time for Coach Belcher. He's not hesitating at all, I don't think. You know what I would do here? I'd pooch punt.
Yeah.
It's my favorite play in football, is pooch punt. I like to see when Brady does it.
Yeah.
I like to see Brady do anything but throw the ball because it's really awkward looking.
Yeah.
3 minutes and 30 seconds till halftime, Kevin. I'm going to get me one of those meatball sliders.
Yeah.
The Tuscan Kitchen, I guess, has done a great deal. They put the meatball sliders in there. All the proceeds goes to the Burlington High School Boosters Club. So another reason for enjoying it. Here's the right handoff. Caswell Doe breaks away. Has some room. Trabuco's a lone guy. He grabs him. Drives him out of bounds to save a touchdown. It's too bad because the initial surge was pretty good.
Yeah, but I got to admit one little thing. The Tuscan Kitchen, I hear they're only tonight, unfortunately. So we got to make sure.
Really?
We got to make sure we get down there for sure.
Wow.
Only a special for opening night. I hear. At least that's what I heard. So.
Well, I'm going to make him feel bad and tell him I want him for more than just tonight.
And remember us up here.
It was a long time ago. Where was it? I'll get to that in a second. First and 10 for Woburn. They're in the power I formation. Play action face. First pass of the day to be attempted. Throws out to the flat. Great job and great hits by Trabuco and number 56. But we don't know who that is.
Anthony Morales on the reception for Woburn.
Morales with the catch.
Pushed out of bounds by Nick Campbell.
Nick who? Campbell? So Nick Campbell became 56. Second down, we're going to call it 6. First pass of the night by Woburn, by the way, on that play. In motion. I think he turned up a little quick. Here's Caswell Doe on the pitch. This kid is powerful and fast, and he's out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Where will be first down and goal.
Flag on the play.
The flag down. I think he moved up. Nope, we have a holding penalty against Woburn.
Oh, it's holding against the Tanners.
2nd and 6 here.
Yeah, it's going to go back, though, from the holding call.
Oh, yeah.
Result of the penalty will make it 2nd down, 4.
The amazing part is they've gained 2 yards on the penalty.
30-yard line.
Here's the inside hand of Abrahimi. Nice job by number 20 for the Devils, Josh Lee. Down the bottom of the pile. He's not a big dude. It doesn't look like 5'9", 155 playing nose guard, I think it was. So
Number 20, Josh Lee.
So Lee certainly, yeah, look at him. He actually looks like he's a lot, well, I don't know. Don't know what he is. Look at him, though. He's not too big. Great play. 3rd down and 4. I assume Woburn in 2-down territory. They went for it in 4th and 1 from their own 46. In motion now. Jet sweep. By number 7, Chalemi, and he has a first down.
The carry for Woburn. Play is good for a Tanner's first down. Jake McCauley on
14-7, Woburn with the lead here in the first half. 1:52 to go, first half.
First and 10 Tanners at the Red Devil 25-yard line.
So the ball's at 25, first down and 10. It's a 2-minute warning, I believe. Which I believe is just a courtesy in high school.
2-minute warning.
The amazing part, Kevin, is I don't even know where the Tuscan Kitchen is. I know where it is. It's down across from the Tavern in the Square. Here's the handoff right side, Caswell Doe. They're not touching him right now. That's not a good sign.
Good for Tanner's first down.
He gets back inside the 10-yard line like he did before. There's no flag on this play. It'll be first and goal for the Tanners.
Timeout.
And Burlington will take a timeout. A little worried about a timeout like that, given the fact that they're going to get the ball back here.
Yeah.
Possibly, if they don't hold them, that might be one they wanted to keep in the back pocket, so to speak.
Minute 44 here, Woburn on top, 14-7.
So 14-7, Devils on opening night here, down Middlesex League opening night, home opener for the Devils. First and goal, we're going to call it the 9-yard line. Fans going back and forth. Do we have the 12th man here tonight, Kev? I can't see it. I haven't looked down the corner. Usually down there in the corner, right? The 12th man, the Burlington student body.
Yeah, full crowd down
Full
there.
crowd, there you go. How about Roger Morrison? Have we seen him yet?
Oh, yes. I saw
Okay,
Roger.
you did see Roger. Here's Caswell Doe. Turned it up into a bunch of Red Devil plays. Didn't get much. About 2 on the play. It'll be second down and goal from the 7. I'm not saying that name. 52. Who made the tackle, Kevin? Let's see if you can say that name. Themis. I'm going to treat Splagunis. I'm going to treat him like a soccer player. I'm just going to call him Themis.
Yeah.
You know they have Beckham and they have Pele, and shows you how I'm aging myself. Pele was the first one way back when. Played for the New York Cosmos.
Approaching the 1-minute mark here in the first half. Marching band getting ready.
Can we say the marching band has marched into place? There they are, down in the far end zone.
Oh, yeah.
Timeout, Woburn. They've got to have.
Timeout, Woburn.
So they're trying to make sure Burlington doesn't get the ball because they're getting the ball back in the second half.
Yeah.
At 45, 4-5.
45 seconds here.
Now this is really good to watch. We got three reasonably intelligent people in the box next to me because I know them. And Brian Brothers, Kevin Doherty, although I would debate whether or not he is reasonably intelligent. And John Driscoll, my old teacher, both in and basketball coach. And in spite of the razzing that I give him here in the box, he was excellent at both. I had him twice as a teacher. I think I had him in grade 7 and grade 8. Well, I had him in grade 7 in the high school. The amazing part is some 40... Well, let's think. Was it 40 years ago I had him? He still remembers people who were in my classroom. Because he sat there and says, you and so-and-so used to give me a hard time. I'm like, wow, I forgot that she was even in our classroom. 45 seconds left, second down and goal from the 7. Deep handoff. Caswell Doe is dropped in the backfield. Luke Lord. The Lord has spoken.
Third down, goal.
Loss of 1 on the play, third down and 8. Woburn has 1 timeout left.
Running.
Play action. Throwing. Flat. Dropped out. Incomplete.
Clock stop with
7 seconds left. Reminding the official clock is set on the field. So on 4th down and goal from the 8, what will Woburn do? I'd kick the field goal because you're getting the ball back and the field goal kick looks pretty good. New bodies in for Woburn. Stephen Kolodko. And now Woburn takes their last timeout.
Timeout, Woburn.
Choo Choo Charlie on the field.
Yeah.
Signifies that Woburn's out of timeouts.
7 seconds here, first half. The Tanner was over there somewhere. I don't know where it went by now.
There's a scoreboard. 14-7, 7 seconds left.
Yeah.
4th and 8. Yeah, the Tanner. Somebody said before the game, is that a Tanner?
Yeah.
Good music on the background. AC/DC?
It sounds like it. Yeah.
I think that's who it is. Yeah, you young people don't understand what us old people's music's like. That's the one thing that's for sure.
Well, actually, it's kind of cool. I do some DJing in town, so I listen to all sorts of different... It is good stuff.
Oh, there's nothing better. So Woburn comes out without a huddle. They saved their last full timeout. 4th and goal. Carswell, Doe is the deep back. The up back is Abrahimi. Play action rollout. Looking. Throw into the corner. It's incomplete. That's a huge hold for the Devils to sit there and keep Woburn from getting points away with only 2 seconds left. So
with 2 seconds left, if I was that team, I'd just go out and take a knee, and that would probably...
remember the last time we saw a guy take a knee? Deion Lewis got hurt in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Remember they ran that really funky-looking play?
Yeah. 2 seconds left.
Woman's way deep in a prevent. I agree with you. That's a good stop. It's a good momentum bringer. As Bear Bryant used to say, you throw the ball, Vince Lombardi, you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, 2 of them are bad. Interception, incomplete.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to talk about football in the 2000s, that's for sure. So, end of one half of play from Varsity Field to score. Woburn 14, Burlington 7. Kevin and I will come back and wrap up this first half, but it's time to sit back and watch the sounds and sights to Burlington High School marching.
Now entering the field is the 2017 Burlington High School Marching Red Devils. Staff includes directors Sean Buxbaum and Fagin Satiriel. Show designers are Scott McKenna Lee and Tim Leonelli. Percussion staff is Chris Lawler, Davis Coleman, and Clayton Davison. Color guard and dance staff is Justina Heine, Colleen Jenkins, Zoe Giordano, and Abby Malloy. Wind staff is Danielle Marine. The band is under the direction of drum majors Zion Sharka and Chris Costello. Woodwind captain is Jenny LaRue. Brass captains are Dan Shree and Allison Martin. Dance squad captain is Alyssa Keene. Color guard captains are Daniela Lombardo and Caitlin Shea. Battery captain is Billy Weisner. Front ensemble captains are Ellie Yu and Charlie Paris. Tonight, the band will be performing their program titled Bon Voyage and includes the following: La Paris by Paul Duca, Overture to Orpheus in the Underworld by Jack Offenbach, and Claire de Lune by Claude Debussy. Drum majors Zion Sharka and Chris Costello. Is your band ready? Presenting their 2017 program Bon Voyage, please give a warm welcome for the Burlington High School Marching Red Devils.
Mesdames et messieurs, l'ensemble de notre équipe a le plaisir de vous souhaiter la bienvenue dans la merveilleuse ville de Paris. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of our entire crew, let us be the first to welcome you to the city of Paris.
No, be nice to him. No, don't climb in the bench. Stay with me. Can I give you a squeeze? What do you hear? What do you hear?
Alrighty, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome back to Varsity Field. This evening's first home opener of the 2017 Burlington High School football season. Hello everyone, I'm Kevin Carnell. Dan Brothers will be here shortly. We are playing this game in honor of our good friend Paul Strati, passed away just last week. This is would have been the
Kicking off for Burlington, number 47,
year
Cam Wheelock.
for Paul and Dan.
Back deep for Woburn, number 7, Ryan Chaleni, and number
Let's just watch
10,
that weird because she's going to
Isaiah Caswell-Doe.
Burlington with the kickoff. It's a low one. Picked up, carried by number 9. Nelson Claude.
Tackle on the play by number 56, Nick Campbell. Woburn starts 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line.
All right, Kevin, I'm back. I'm having a Tuscan Kitchen meatball slider hangover.
Those are good.
I can see you still got one left here. Would you have 2 of them too?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if I go home and don't eat dinner, my wife's going to be mad, so don't let her know. 1st and 10, Woburn. As we start the second half. Want one of these?
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, thanks.
Boosters Club giving out kisses today. This is where I get in trouble. I sit there and my mind wanders and I have meatball sliders at halftime. Nice job by the defensive end there.
You know.
That's Jake McCauley, who did a real nice job of staying at home, made the play go inside.
Tackle by number 7, Jake McCauley. Gain of 5, 2nd down 5.
As Woburn ran that little reverse, or wasn't really a jet sweep, it was more of a reverse.
Yeah.
Saw Roger Morrison at halftime, longtime Devil fan.
Yeah.
Well, I don't tell him that, but Roger's getting old. He's had to go home to watch the second half on BCAT, he said. So.
Roger Morrison, always a longtime supporter of everything Burlington sports.
Yes, he is, an old Somerville guy. Here's Caswell-Doe, looks to have a first down at the 46-yard line at Burlington. Big drive here for the Devil defense. They really need to come up with another stop like they did at the end of the first half.
Clock running, 10 minutes.
Ryan Quayle is the quarterback. Speaking of quarterbacks, Burlington's offside on that play there. Too bad. Ibrahimi was the ball carrier, but there's going to be a flag on the play. It's going to be offside against Burlington. As somebody jumped and then didn't get back all the way back to the neutral zone. The neutral zone was clearly, only because it's right down here in front of us, that we could see it.
Offside against Burlington.
Speaking of quarterbacks, saw Burlington High School, former Burlington High School quarterback Sean O'Brien at halftime. He had an arm and a half.
Yeah.
5-yard penalty, bring up 1st and 5.
First down 5.
A little bit of information. Pitch left, it goes to Caswell-Doe. Look at that tackle out in front of him, number 79. You're not going to catch Caswell-Doe, who goes for a touchdown. 41-yard run. It was big number 79, Packy Murphy, out in front of him. I don't think he had to block anybody. It was well set up, and once he got around the corner, he was able to run into the end zone.
And he went fast on that one, too.
Zyba will attempt to point after touchdown out of the hold of Quayle. Kick is up and blocked. Picked up by the Devils, but no, they're going to be tackled there. Camel ended up with the football for the Devils, number 56. It was blocked by somebody in that line, so.
9:09 left in the third quarter. The score: Woburn 20, Burlington 7.
9:09, a 20-7 Woburn lead, and of course, Kevin, the last thing you wanted to have happen is to come out of the locker room in the second half and give up that touchdown drive. Eat that thing, will you? For the next 3 minutes, we're not going to hear from Kevin. That's 3 minutes of clock time, not game time. All right? Because if you don't eat, these two guys behind us are. They haven't. Look at this guy here. He hasn't eaten in about 3 weeks. All right? If he grabs that sandwich from you, Kevin, you're in big trouble.
Danny, it would be nice to see a good game going on tonight or at Shawshing Tech and EC.
Listen, eat, will you please? And do what your mother taught you. And I know your mom, she's a great gal. Don't talk with your mouth full.
I'm just trying to feel it.
So the ball's at the 40, will be kicking it away. Zyba there. Long, skinny kid. Puts his foot in the ball end over end. It comes down to O'Halloran at the 20. 30. Nice tackle on the play by Dustin Burkle. That's a great name. Dustin Burkle. Sounds like a football player.
Red Devils take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
I tried this new thing out the other day on my phone called Twitter. You ever hear of it? Twitter? You can get football scores like there's no tomorrow on Twitter.
Ooh, last call, Tuscan Kitchen.
Knock on the window. No, louder. Double thumbs up to Tuscan Chicken. Oh, I had 2. First down run by the Devils. It's over the 30 to about the 31-yard line. And it's Davison. Second down and 8. I think you got to let this kid Pena throw the ball. He's looked really, really good tonight.
Yeah.
Here's a handoff. Davison again.
Davison on the carry.
Out to the 33, setting up a 3rd down and 7.
Number 82, Jacob Casey.
Jake Casey on the stop for the Tanners. A welcome and hello to all the Woburn fans joining us on the local cable somewhere along the dial. Channels 37, 38, 39. Pena over the middle, short hopped it to O'Halloran. He was triple covered but was open. On 4th down will be the Devils' first punt of the game. And we'll see number 47, Cam Wheelock, who I believe is the guy who will be punting the ball away.
Actually, real quick, while it was that last call, I'd like to thank Tuscan Kitchen, give them some TV. Thank you for coming out here on the first opening night.
Here's a kick, it's away. Got a nice roll on it. And be brought down about the 26-yard line when we're going on offense, 1st down and 10. Tuscan Chicken, of course, making a donation, I believe, through the Education Foundation, the Scholarship Fund. They were here selling meatball sliders. And I will tell you that I did have 2 of them, and they were delicious. So it's 1st and 10 Tanners. This is a big part in the game for the Devil defense. They give a touchdown up here, and not what you're wanting to do from a team perspective. Pitch left, it goes to Caswell Doe. Same play with big number 79 out in front. He's driven out of bounds by number 7. That's Jake McCauley. Sophomore at 6 foot, 185 pounds.
First and 10 Tanners at their own 38-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 38 for the Tanners. Motion now. Inside handoff, it goes to Abrahimi. Runs into Nick Campbell after a pickup of about 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
and 5.
$7:10 and running, so they'll be close to the 7-minute mark when the ball is snapped. Who has his 2 receivers to the right? Cashwell Doe. Line up as a receiver to the outside. Here's the handoff. Ibrahimi. He'll have a first down. Into Burlington territory at about the 48-yard line.
Ibrahimi in the carry for a team that's first down. Alex Rollins into the tackle for Burlington. First down, Tanner to the Red Devil 48-yard line.
So it's 1st and 10 at the 48. Devils need to stop right here if they want to stay in this game. If it gets to three scores, the clock will be working against them. There'll be a 99.6% chance of them not coming back. And when was the last time you heard that, Kevin? Super Bowl 51, in case you're wondering. I thought I left early, too. I heard some leaving early in the box. Ooh.
Yeah, there's the flag.
With the carry. Tackle by number 52.
A team that's relatively young and experienced are going to have those growing pains. I thought the guy left early as well. We have a personal foul, late hit on Burlington. It's going to be a first down for Woburn. They'll move the ball down to the 30-yard line. So, just we're talking about having to have a key stop. They commit a penalty like that, and that's not good.
1st and 10 here, 6:16. Third quarter.
At the Red Devil 30-yard line.
So the clock gets turned on. Here's Caswell Doe inside the 20 to the 21.
Caswell Doe on the carry.
You see offensive tackle Dylan Lawrence.
Second down, 2.
Second and 2.
To the huddle comes number 12, number 12 for Woburn, Ryan Quayle. Grandson of former athletic director Dick Quayle. It'll be a first down for Woburn.
Good for Tanner's first down.
Well, here's an ugly one, Kevin. Sandwich 34, Bishop calling nothing at halftime. Ouch. Everett leads 27-0 at halftime. I believe they're playing Zavarian. I don't know who Cambridge Ridge and Latin's playing, but at halftime it's 33-31. 64 points in the first half on the out-of-town scoreboard. Here's a jet sweep to number 7, Chalemi, and there it is. It's number 56, Nick Camel. He came out of the bottom of the pile with the football, and Devils have the turnover they need.
Burlington with a quick timeout here, coming back now.
I don't know who the Sharks are, but the St. John Paul II out of Hyannis is beating them 41-8 at halftime. So scoring is up around the league. Ashland is losing to Medfield 28-14 at halftime. Here's Davison. Norton 28, Millis 7 at halftime. Framingham 20-7 at halftime over Belmont. Duxbury 35, Barnstable nothing at halftime. Noel 16, Cohasset 7. That's at the half. Wakefield, Burlington's opponent next week, right, Kev?
Yeah.
Leads Winchester 14-0 at halftime.
Just getting the score here. AC, Virgin Oakwood 13-7 AC over Shawsheen. 26 seconds, second quarter.
Correction, early in the third now, it's 19-7 as AC intercepts a pass and returns it for a touchdown. Third down and 8 for the Devils here. Need a first down to keep this thing rolling. Ooh. Chelmsford 33, Westford Academy nothing. That's just before the half. Here's Pena. Nice ball thrown. It's incomplete. He was throwing it out here for Jake McCauley. It just went over his head. Defended by a woman by number 1, Tyler Parrish. Now fourth down, Burlington will be forced to kick the football. So Wheelock is on to punt the ball for the Devils. There's a snap. Wheelock's kick is away. It's a good one. Picked up there by, nice job.
Nice tackle there.
Number 7 for the Woburn Tanners, Ryan Chalemi had the ball on the kickoff return. And Jake Doherty made a great tackle right at the 48-yard line of Burlington, so there's no return. And Woburn goes back on offense with 3:23 left here in the third quarter, up by a score of 20-7.
The HF marching band giving some nice upbeat music here.
Yeah, usually though, this is the time. I'm sure that's not my brother Brian on his iPad. I think it is Brian Brothers on the iPad. It was. Listen, the band's eating brownies and cookies now. And
yeah.
here's the handoff inside to number 3, and that is Ari Abrahimi.
Number 51, Luke Lord.
Luke Lord on the stop there. Now, I always tell the band I don't talk much about them because they don't deliver us any snacks.
I know.
Paul was always responding. Cheerleaders never did either. But I always gave the cheerleaders to Paul because naturally his daughter was a cheerleading captain. This is back in the, I think she was a 98 graduate if I remember correctly. So, I gave him the responsibility of introducing the cheerleaders. But they never delivered us any snacks either.
I know.
Second down, and we're going to call it 7. Here's the handoff to Caswell Doe. Nice job by O'Halloran. He comes up from the secondary position and makes the stop. For no gain, third down.
We have found a key attached to a band with the name Aaron on it. It'll be at the concession stand. A key attached to a band with the name Aaron on it. Your key is at the concession stand.
Nothing worse than losing your keys.
Yeah.
Timeout quickly called by an official timeout in the field.
Official timeout.
As it's Woodsy on the field. Woods has got the injury. Looks to be James Woods. Andrew Woods.
Quick to get up, though, which is a good sign.
Well, it was his foot or his arm, or looked like he was grabbing both, but he walks off on his own power.
It looks like he's holding his arm right now, so.
A little bicep injury.
Yeah.
Worst part about those is you can't play football without arms.
Yeah.
Now, this is a good song.
Yeah.
You gotta hold on to what we've got. I'm sorry. I had to do that. So it's third down, and we're going to call it 8. In motion now. Comes the pitch goes to Caswell Doe. Tries to get around the corner and does so. And he steps out of bounds. It looks like he'll be shy of the first down. And he is. Bring up a fourth down and about 4. Devils did a better job on that one, Kevin, defending that as it went to the outside.
Yeah, that was, they started going toward the side, so that was a good stop by the Devils. Minute 34 here to go for third quarter. Tanners with a 27 lead.
4th down, we're going to call it 4. They need to reach the 38-yard line for a first down. Motion man, play action, rolling out, looking, throwing down the field. It's incomplete. The Devils have held, so 2 good series in a row to keep Woburn. One, they get the fumble recovery, this time a 4th down hold, so there's some improvements being made on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and that's always nice, too, when it comes at the end of the game. Like,
yeah.
Well, yeah, but work toward it, and then we'll see. Hopefully, it's a big 4th quarter.
Well, the thing about it is, though, is that one of your predecessors, Stephen McGuire, brother of former Burlington head coach Sean McGuire, would say, if you only play 1 quarter, that's 1 out of 4. That's a 25, and that's an F.
Yeah.
And he used to do the same thing on special teams. He'd say football is 3 phases: offense, defense, and special teams. If you fail special teams, that's a 66. That's a D. It's not a passing grade.
Yeah.
Quickly, we have a timeout taken by Woburn.
No. Woburn.
I don't know if I get it. I see the timeouts coming, and my football travels tomorrow takes me to MIT as I'm the clock operator for MIT versus Endicott. Endicott, I'll get to them in a second, though. Some football news that is certainly of interest to the locals. Here's Pena on the delay. He gets a little more, about a yard in the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9. I don't know if I want him running the ball. Endicott last week beats Bridgewater. On the last play of the game, they tie it, kick the extra point to win it. They complete a 4th and 10 from their own 8 on a kind of a Hail Mary, where a kid went up and made a one-handed grab, end up on Sports Center. Burlington High School graduates George Balian and Dylan Bonfilio, both football players for Endicott. Davison on the cal. Peter Cole makes the stop right at the line of scrimmage, setting up a 3rd down and 9.
39, 48 seconds and running right now, 3rd quarter.
Pena back to pass, throwing. Incomplete. A little low, intended for number 12. Alec Rollins, the intended receiver. It falls incomplete. Burkle and Parrish on the coverage for Woburn. Now it's 4th down. Burlington have to punt again. So, as much as the defense is doing its job now and holding them, you've got the offense now who's sputtering a little bit after some success early. The key ones are going to look back and they'll see that fumble where they lost the ball will certainly be one they're going to look back on the film and see it as a key moment in this game so far.
Nice snap.
Nice kick.
And taken down.
Here's Chalemi.
Ibrahimi on the return. Tackled by number 20, Josh Lee, number 16, Matt Roper. Take over 1st and 10.
So Woburn gets it back 1st and 10 with 20 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
Woburn taking their time coming out of the huddle over here.
Well, they huddle on the sideline. They come right to the line of scrimmage. So.
Oh, yeah.
The referee starts that clock a little bit earlier than that, so they're down to 5 seconds now. You see the back judge over here with his hand up?
Oh, yeah.
Here's the inside handoff, Caswell Doe. Boy, he's got some moves there. Took what could have been a 1-yard loss and turned into an 8-yard gain, 2nd down. And 2, Luke Lord and Alec Rollins in on the stop for the Devils.
And that will do it for the 3rd quarter.
And that'll bring it close the end of the 3rd quarter of play from Varsity Field on opening night. Woburn 20, Burlington 7.
Burlington 7.
All right, let's see here. Last quarter of play. game moving along pretty well though, I gotta say, Dan. About 8:35. Yeah, 8:30. Pretty good timing, time-wise. So. Burlington going over all their ideas with Coach McKay. And now Coach McDonough out there.
So fourth quarter about to start. 11 minutes left of this one here. Burlington trailing on opening night by a score of 20-7. The good news, early touchdown by the Devils. Turnover didn't help. The news, as we've went on, the good news is defense seems to be playing a little bit better.
Yeah, defense is picking up, so.
Woburn power I formation. They were known for this big time back in the early days. Here's Caswell Doe, tries to leapfrog somebody. He'll have a first down. O'Halloran brought him down.
Caswell Doe the carry, tackle by number 21, Ryan O'Halloran. First and 10, Tanners at the Red Devil 40-yard line.
First and 10, Woburn.
First and 10 for the Tanners at the Burlington 40-yard line. Quick pitch left side, Caswell Doe. There's O'Halloran. What a great job. A good football play by O'Halloran. And he goes out of bounds, Caswell Doe does for no gain.
Caswell Doe pushed out of bounds. On number 21, Ryan O'Halloran. No gain, he's second down, 10.
Into the game for Woburn, number 12. Alec Rollins. Oh, sorry.
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Ryan Quayle. He's a quarterback who's running back and forth, getting the plays. Traditional I formation. And quickly a timeout called by Woburn. Wow. Coach Belcher not afraid to use his timeouts, that's for sure.
Woburn.
Went home today after work, Kevin. Before I came over here, took a little nap.
Nice.
Nothing better than a nap.
Yeah. I was helping Sean
Hart?
Sean Hart set up the field here, so I got here nice and early, but I always like to I set up the markers on the other side. I helped Sean get a press box and everything opened up, so I've been here all afternoon, but it's fun. I love this stuff. So.
Well, that's one of the, let's see, and talking about Paul, as we have throughout the telecast tonight, one of the things that I guess there was a couple, his friend spoke yesterday and said a few things that he talked about. Number one, always work hard. Yeah. Number two, never give up a good nap.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Maybe I was getting a message from above telling me to take a little nap before the game tonight. The third one was, one of the things was always have more than enough food at any type of family gathering. I'll remember what the fourth one is, so.
Wasn't it something like always take care of my car, the Corvette or something?
I don't know, maybe so. It's funny.
Yeah.
Well, Todd Carroll told the story of how he goes, I may have driven in that car before I should have way back when. So it's second down and 10. Lone setback with receivers to the right. Pitch out goes to Abrahimi. Burlington have good pursuit, but not good angles on that play there. They'll see that one on the film. They had some guys out there, but they were not able to get Abrahimi to turn back in where the help was. And it's going to be close to it. It is a first down. No, third down.
Third down. Long one.
Third down, long one. Woburn coming out.
And the ball carrier is Abrahimi, and he has himself a first down.
Good for a chain of first down. Tackle on the play by number 12, Alec Rollins.
Alec Rollins on the tackle for Burlington.
First and 10 Tanners at the Red Devil 28-yard line.
10 minutes and running on the clock.
Early fourth quarter. Burlington on the wrong side of a 20-7 deficit. Now, see, Kev, maybe it's just me. This may not hurt him in a 20-7 game, but you get in a tight game.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to sit there and kind of. Wareham beat Bourne 40-0 today.
Huh.
Belmont has closed it back to with a 20-14 lead for Framingham. Now Zavarian leads 29-7. Who are they playing? Oh, Everett's playing Leominster. That's who they're beating. Inside handoff. Caswell Dome. Great job. Fumble on the play. It's recovered by, let's see.
Recovered by the Devils, number 44, Sean McGilvery.
Sean McGilvery on the recovery. Zavarian leading Bridgewater Raynham. From my good friend Tim Alberts over at Wilmington. Wilmington leads Bedford 28-13 at the half.
Just coming in here, just Shawsheen touchdown, AC 25, Shawsheen 13, fourth quarter.
There you go. What am I looking for? Timothy. So here's what the Devils need to score here. You know, they played a couple games like this last year where they kind of lulled the opponent to sleep and then boom, right back in it. Pena not handling that snap. Back to pass, looking. Down the field! It's caught! Ryan O'Halloran! And they're not going to catch him! Touchdown, Burlington!
Nice run there by O'Halloran. Got the pass and puts off.
73 yards! Woo!
Makes it 20-13 here. 9:28 to go in the game. And that's what we were just talking about, Dan. Burlington coming back with those quick drives at the end. So
9:28 mark. Still plenty of time. Here's the kick by Wheelock, and it is good. Well, well, well.
We have a new game here at Varsity Field.
Burlington 14.
So, what do we say? They let him in, and then boom, here they come.
Yeah. Still plenty of time, 9:28 on
9:28, defense is playing better.
Yeah.
You know, defense made a couple nice stops. They had the fumble recover. This has all of a sudden gotten a little bit interesting.
Yeah.
And guess what? Woburn's down to 2 timeouts left. That could come into play here in the fourth quarter of play, too. Burlington's got 5, Woburn has 2. So, not over yet. A little bit of fight, a little bit of grit being shown by the locals on opening night here at Varsity Field.
Yeah.
Wheelock kicks it along the ground. Picked up by number 7, Chalemi. Chalemi out to the 35-yard line. A lot of ball tackling going on there. Devils trying to punch that ball loose.
56, Nick Camel on the stop for Burlington.
Nick Camel on the stop for Burlington.
We've called his name a lot tonight, Nick Camel. He's done a real nice job. He started out wearing number 46 on the original roster. Now it's 56, and he's been in the middle of a lot of stuff. You know, just stuff.
35-yard line.
First and 10 at the 35. Quick pitch left side. Comes to number 31. That's a fresh shirt. Ryan Ludwig. And he's out to about the 44-yard line as we heard Ryan. Wow, that is just shy of a first down. Second down, and we're going to call it a real short one.
Jake Doherty with a stop for Burlington.
Here's the handoff.
Ibrahimi on the carry.
Ibrahimi.
Good for Taylor's first down.
And it's a first down here. Big drive for Woburn here. Get that clock running. Dylan McKinnon on the stop for the Devils, but the clock starts to run here.
At their own 47.
Here's the snap for Woburn.
Jet sweep. Shalemi gets around the corner and pushed out of bounds by McCauley.
Ryan Shalemi on the carry. Pushed out of bounds by number 12, Alec Rollins. Second down, 5.
Second down, and we're going to call it 5. I mean, that's about as 5 as you can get over there.
Yeah.
Woburn now has a clock on their side. And a 6-point lead and a pretty good field goal kicker. So they're in Burlington territory. Here's the handoff to number 3, Shalemi.
Shalemi on the carry.
He gets to the 45-yard line. A gain of about 3 more. It'll be third down and 2. Be really nice if he could sit there and get himself some.
Third down, 2.
Get themselves a stop here and get the ball back.
Yeah. 7:30 running.
The problem is every first down will get that clock rolling, and you're going to lose about a minute and 20 seconds. And I don't think you'll see Woburn put it up. Here's the handoff. Shalemi has the first down. Fresh set of downs, first down and 10. Burlington 41-yard line.
Rick Camel on the stop of Burlington. Raiders pick up a first down, first and 10. At the Red Devil 41.
First and 10, 41-yard line for Burlington for the play here.
Woburn tighten his traditional I formation. Ball's down the ground. Woburn gets it back. Looked like a bad exchange from the center. To Quayle. It'll be second down 11. Now we'll just see if they're going to pass the ball or not. Here's a quick pitch left side, Casualdo.
Casualdo on the carry.
Great job done by the Burlington defense. It gets down to about the 30, we'll call it the 32-yard line. It'll be third down and 2. Right back where we were before But now we're at 5:40 left in the game. There's that minute and 20 seconds I talked about
Yeah.
right before that last first down for the Tanners. That doesn't look good. Who's that kid down there? That must be Woods.
Yeah. it looks
Shoulder
like
wrapped
Woods.
up, ice on it. My guess is his return is doubtful.
Yeah.
Inside handoff, Shalemi spins out of the way, and he'll have a first down.
Shalemi with the carry. Correction, Ibrahimi with the carry.
Ibrahimi?
Burlington first down. Woburn first down.
No, that was Chalemi.
Gilbert on the tackle. First and 10 Tanners.
Hey, I got that one right.
At the Red Devil 30-yard line.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's Ibrahimi. Maybe I'm calling him Chalemi and vice versa. Hey, listen, I'm getting old. What can I say? First and 10 at the 30. Coach McKay may start to think about using some of those timeouts. Here's Caswell. Doe breaks away for a touchdown.
Caswell Doe in for the Woburn touchdown.
And that one hurts. 30-yard run by Caswell Doe.
26-14 here, 4:47 to play.
I would not be surprised to see Woburn go for 2 here. Here it comes. Incomplete. Did I tell you they're going for 2?
Yeah, you called it. Really incomplete there, so that still keeps Woburn 26-14, 4:47 to go here on opening night.
Yeah, with 4:47 left, that's a big one not to take the 1-pointer on that one there. Because now you sit there and Burlington gets 1 extra point, a touchdown. Now they're able to sit there and then just get a touchdown for a win.
Yeah.
So here we go. Burlington get the ball back with 4:47 left. They do have their 5 timeouts.
Howard and Doherty back deep for Burlington.
Here's the kick. Wow, that's an odd-looking kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. That'll be a flag. They'll have to re-kick it, I believe. Or take the ball somewhere. I don't know what's a 35, 45. I don't know what it is. What will they do?
Woburn will re-kick.
They are going for the re-kick here.
Well, certainly make them kick 5 yards back. You're going to gain yourself some room. And here's the kick, end over end. Doherty picks it up on the go. Through the middle! See you later! That's why you have him re-kick. He's at the 20, they're not going to catch him either. Touchdown! Jake Doherty! And what I tell you, Kevin, you know that missed extra point could come back to haunt them in big way.
Yeah, Burlington, same as that last touchdown. He got nice open and wide on the side, and he just went open. No one touched him, and another touchdown. It makes it a 6-point game.
Seemed to be about an 82-yard touchdown return. So Doherty goes 82 yards for a touchdown. And guess what, folks? This one's not over yet. Roger Morrison leaving early could have an impact. What we just talked about, Stephen McGuire, my former commentator. Uh-oh. This is going to get interesting. This is going to get interesting. And no. The kick was blocked. Jake McCauley just saved a possible game for Burlington right there.
With 4:36 left in the fourth quarter.
So there's 4:36 left. Woburn has a 26-20 lead. And Burlington has all 5 of its timeouts. So that's going to all come into play here down the last minute. A good game on opening night.
And the nice thing, too, to see Burlington Woburn on the opening night. Full crowd for Burlington. Pretty good crowd over there for Woburn. So that's the nice thing about being with Woburn, too, is both teams are close. So they bring their pretty big fan sections as well.
Well, there's also some guys up on Cheapskate Hill, too. All right, if you can see the white shorts and the white T-shirt, I know who those guys are. You know, they're outstanding Burlington people. Mark Brothers, Ryan Murphy, Jeff Judge. I even heard Officer Pat Lyons may have been up there as well. So, you know, they're saving themselves the $7 to get in by sitting there up on the hill, which, by the way, isn't a bad seat to watch a game from.
I remember I did that once. That is nice over there.
Lined up for an onside kick.
Onside kick is recovered by number
On one regard, I don't get it. I think it's too early.
Yeah.
However, on the other regard, I'm going to tell you why that's not a half bad move. If they kick the ball deep and Woburn gets the ball back here, that's a potential. I'll explain to you afterwards. I have reasons for that. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you all why. You're going to get a lesson in old man football after the game. But the reason being, Kevin, is that rather than kick it deep, well, you have to use the timeouts in the first 2 series here. Now you got them right where you want. You know, you're going to have to stop them at some point in time anyways. So maybe try to stop them earlier than later. I don't necessarily disagree with that call.
Especially where it's this close in the game, you want to try to stop it
Absolutely.
as soon as we can.
So here we go. Caswell Doe. Right side. I'm going to sit there and wait in series before I take a timeout. To the 46-yard line. A gain of 4, second down and 6. Jake McCauley, another stop on defense. I've been calling his name a lot, especially here in the latter portions of this game. I guess we could have taken the window out the whole night, Kev, huh?
I know. Earlier in the game, it looked
no,
like...
I didn't think so. I was with you. There's a sweet to Chalemi.
Chalemi on the carry for Woburn, tackle by number 44, Sean McGilvery.
McGilvery on the stop. It's going to be 3rd down and 3.
3rd down 3.
I'm okay with this now. Everything is right where you want. You got to get a stop here, though.
Yeah.
If they don't stop them here, you got to use your timeouts. That's the only downside of it. Oh, there you go. That'll stop the clock.
Start against Woburn. Woburn up 3rd down 8.
Now it becomes a 3rd down and 8 for Woburn. That's a little bit different.
6-point game here with 3:13 to go.
Now I might use a timeout. Now's the time I might. Although if they stop them here, I think they might use one on 4th down.
Yeah.
Back to pass, Quayle looking. Throw it against. Oh, it's caught for a 1st down. It deflected off of two Burlington defenders' hands
Tyler Parrish.
and into the hands of Tyler Parrish, and he'll have a first down. And Burlington takes timeout. Oh, that one hurts.
Yes.
That one hurts.
Burlington.
I think it looks like that Shot Sheen game going similar to this, 25-13, 9-19 in the fourth quarter. So 2:49 to go here. 6-point game here, opening night.
Two guys had a shot at that one. Both had their hands on it, and Parrish somehow came down with it, and that one's going to hurt. Burlington has 4 timeouts left. Okay, so here's the spot to do it in. Quayle threw it up, and Parrish somehow came down with it.
There's the whistle for both teams out of the huddle.
Here it comes now. It doesn't matter. They're on a stop clock now because of the timeout. Woburn spreads it out a little bit. They just try to create matchups for Burlington here. Pitch left side. Jalal Ibrahimi. Stays inbound. He's going to have a first down.
Carry tackle number 27, Jake Doherty. Well, it's good for a 10 first down.
And Burlington will take his timeout. It's third timeout. Correction, it's second timeout is what they're going to use here.
Out. Early.
So Burlington using another timeout here. Smart idea this late in the game. Pick up some quick plays here.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know they're ready. I mean, they work on it all week with their 2-minute offense and stuff like that. Kyle Payne is ready to go. He's just hoping he has a chance to sit there and do that. That's what his goal is going to be. First down and 10. For the Tanners, they can run it out. They sit there and they get one more first down, the game's over. Oh! No, come on, get him. Well, I'm going to tell you what. When you sit there, and the way you can judge how good a football player is, what he does when he's not the focus. You saw that great block on that play there. It's going to be a highlight reel for everybody on both sides. They had Ibrahimi in the backfield, a chance to stop him for a big loss. He got himself out to the outside, and out of nowhere, Caswell Doe came and put a huge block on somebody. And that shows a pretty good football player if he's willing to block for his teammates, and that was a hell of a block.
Yeah.
So it's second down and 5. It could have been second down and 15.
.218 here.
So second and 5. Woburn, like I said, at one first down, it's going to sit there and ice it for them. Referee's bringing them back out in the field. Ooh, St. John Paul 48, Monomoy 8.
Oh.
Wayland ties the game up against Linfield 20-20. Here's the inside handoff.
Caswell Doe to carry.
Caswell Doe inside is going to have a 3rd down and 2.
Timeout.
Medford 26, Winthrop 8. Lincoln Sudbury beat Holliston 42-14. Xaverian 32-7 leading Reading High School. Leads 33-7. I forget who they were playing. Cathedral over Brighton 42-20. Dracut leads Lawrence headed to the 4th quarter 20-14. Norwell 28. Cohasset 7. That's a final. So here it is. Here's the ball game. Here's the inside handoff. Get him! Get him! Oh, he does! 4th down and 5.
Over and 4th down. Timeout.
That's a 2-minute warning. That's why he didn't take it. BC High 19. Marshfield 7. Brockton's beating somebody 27-3. They're beating Weymouth 20-3. Andover Billerica 14-14 starting the 4th quarter. That's your out-of-town scoreboard. Should we say brought to you by the Tuscan Chicken? The Tuscan Kitchen? Who tonight provided all sorts of goodies tonight. Those hamburger meatball sliders were a big hit with all the donations going to, I believe, the Burlington Community Scholarship Foundation Adopt a Class. So a lot of good things happening on opening night. The only good thing not happening right now is a 26-20 deficit for the Devils. 4th down and 4. Here it is. Wool gets the first down here. They win the game. Pitch right side. Caswell Doe, 1st down. And many more. Touchdown.
Caswell Doe in for the Woburn touchdown.
And that will do it. I think. Well, maybe not. And Burlington injured player in the field is Luke Trabuco.
Linda Banning having a busy opening night here.
Where's her? She should have a wagon or something.
She's got the golf cart right here.
She should be blasting out on that. Get her a gator.
Yeah.
We have a gator here. Green machine.
They had
Did they?
one.
Those gators rock.
Yeah.
Looks to be a foot or an ankle.
On Tribuco. He's up slowly walking off, but walking under his own strength.
Well, Kevin, you look at it tonight, you're going to see the one area that the Devils had problems all night was defending the outside run.
Yeah, that was...
And when you have some explosive guys like Caswell Doe and like Ibrahimi, it certainly was a tough one.
You're going to say, though, like we were saying earlier, defense picked up really well.
They did a pretty good job in the second half.
Yeah.
They did. But 32 is not enough. Is too many, and 20 is not enough. So you need to sit there and get back to the drawing board and flip those numbers next week as the Wakefield Warriors will be coming to town. Timeout now taken by Woburn.
Timeout. Woburn.
Burlington with 2, Woburn with 1. Timeout left.
No, they had 2 and Woburn has. Oh, yeah, Woburn has 1, Burlington 2.
.153.
Not a lot of time, but still a lot of time.
Yeah.
And we get another kickoff return for a touchdown.
Both teams coming out of the huddle here.
So here's Woburn for the 2-point try and make it a 14-point complete 2-touchdown game. Play action, reverse. And no good. So the rush field failed and Shalemi couldn't get in on the little reverse play. 1:53 left. Burlington got 2 timeouts, which isn't going to help them, but they only have a 12-point deficit. And Zyba will be kicking off for Woburn.
There's the whistle, so.
Yes, sir. Ball's in play. Zyba puts his foot in the ball. Squibs it along the ground. Comes nicely to O'Halloran. Good block there. O'Halloran. Oh.
Flag on the play.
And it's out to the 34-yard line. The flag is probably going to be an illegal block against Burlington. Uh-oh. Nope.
Flag on the play.
O'Halloran got a little bit slow. Block in the back against Burlington.
Back against Burlington.
Be first down. So, not a whole lot of penalties in this game, especially in the second half. That may be only the second penalty in the second half. There was one earlier, but this will go from the spot.
First and 10.
First and 10. From their own.
So that'll clear the cheapskates up on the hill who didn't pay. They'll head home. I can see moving up there. And it's first down and 10. 3 receivers to the left. Tight end on the correction. Doherty late to the game. Because Trabuco, I believe, is hurt.
Nice pass.
Wow.
Changes pass complete to number 21, Ryan O'Halloran.
O'Halloran gets the ball to the 48-yard line. Waiting for the stakes to get set.
First and 10, Devils at their own 48.
Let's go. Let's go. Get the ball snapped. Come on, Kyle. Atta boy. Stay on your feet. Get your head up. Good job. Payne gets to the 43-yard line. Burlington on the hurry-up offense. O'Halloran's having a tough time getting back to the line of scrimmage. He's pretty banged up.
Second down 1.
Come on, kid, suck it up. You've worked all summer for that. Payne on the direct snap. Ooh, in trouble. He goes down. Number 45 is Anthony Morales, who had the pressure, and Coach McKay quickly takes a timeout. They'll be down to 1. Correction.
Third down 8.
Choo Choo Charlie has spoken. They're down to 0.
$52 seconds remaining here.
Devils return home next week for Wakefield. Woburn goes on the road. No idea who they play. And quite frankly, I don't care. Sorry, my friends over in Woburn.
The Warriors in town next week.
What's that?
The Warriors in town.
That's correct. And that one's not going to be easy either.
Both teams coming out here, getting set up. Oh, just short there.
Rangers pass incomplete. 10 of them, 21 Ryan O'Halloran. 4th down.
The pass ball is incomplete to O'Halloran. He was triple covered. And it's 4th down and 12. Correction, 4th and 8 for the Devils. They need to get a first down here to keep the drive alive. Well,
Connected.
well, this classic receiver, 101, Alec Rollins coming back to the ball to make the grab.
First down.
Pena did a nice job. Big problems for the Devil right now with spikes it with 34 seconds left. Morales for Woburn is just being a gangbuster on the outside. He's just pinning his ears back, Kevin, and just going at it because he knows they're going to be passing the ball.
So Burlington and Woburn here. Woburn 32-20.
Rangers pass incomplete. 2nd down. Correction, 3rd down.
3rd down and 10. The first down was the spike.
Still up.
All right, you got to run and play. 4th down, 4th and 4. Doherty makes the catch. Let's go. This will be the last play of the game, barring a defensive penalty. There it is. Opening night final score, Woburn 32, Burlington 20. Kevin, not a bad game for the Devils, but not good enough in week number 2. But it sounds as though it's been a lot better than week number 1.
Exactly.
And that trip down the road to Billerica.
Exactly. Burlington, as we said a few times during the game, Burlington defense really coming in strong in that second half. But Burlington coming up just a little short there, 32-20, the final score on opening night.
And, of course, the big difference in this game here, Woburn's running game. Woburn ran for a bunch of yards. They particularly found some comfort on the outside. And, hey, listen, it's 0-2, but you know what? This was a pretty good product tonight. The Devils played pretty well. There's some mistakes. There's some youth there as well. But hopefully they can improve and overcome those each and every week. So, we have our great BCAT crew. We have it, Kevin Carnell. I know you're right around the corner. I'm Dan Brothers saying so long from Varsity Field. The final score, Woburn 32, Burlington 20. Join us next week as the Devils host Wakefield.